Right, hello everyone. We're back for another watch along. Gonna be doing Deep Space Nine Season 1. Starting with the Storyteller, which should be a fun Julian Bashir and Miles O'Brien episode. And since it's big on Julian, that means I get to say the actor's name quite a bit. So I've been practicing it because it's an Arabic name and there's a lot of sounds in there that I don't use a lot, so I'm not used to saying. So, need practice. So to that end, I found a clip of Siddiq saying it himself. Well, I'll just play that for you.
صديق الطاهر الفاضل عبد الرحمن ومحمد أحمد عبد الكريم المهدي صديق الطاهر الفاضل عبد الرحمن ومحمد أحمد عبد الكريم المهدي.
So that's what it should sound like. This is in my video editor because I split it up into individual sounds so I could practice.
صديق
Siddiq. It's not Siddiq, it's Siddiq.
الطاهر.
This second part is the one I've absolutely had the most trouble with. Because, listen, it's T-A-H-I-R. It ends with an R, but it's like a rolled R-L. And that's given me a lot of trouble. So, we'll see how that goes. But we're not on screen yet for that. I do want to do that, actually. I do want to actually edit the intro sequence just to put Siddiq's full name on there. Sorry, Siddiq, not Siddiq. Siddiq. It'll take some time to readjust to the correct pronunciation that I found. Siddiq El-Tahir. Anyway. So this episode, I remember this episode distinctly from my first watch through of Deep Space Nine some years ago. I remember that distinctly, because it was weird. I mean, I liked it. I like this episode that's coming up. But it is weird. We'll be getting some characters that end up becoming recurring guest stars on Star Trek. There's one guy in it who's on an episode of Enterprise that I like. It's the episode where that freighter took a Nausicaan prisoner. Nausicaan prisoner. Let me find out which one that was. No, it's not Canamar. That's something else. Ah, that's the character's name. The character's name is Matthew Ryan. Who, naturally I can relate to because his name is also Ryan. Here we go, Matthew Ryan. We'll be seeing him today. Not as Matthew Ryan, of course. Matthew Ryan's been dead for 250, 300 years by this point. We'll be seeing that actor. He's pretty good. I've been making a lot of references to Enterprise, but that's just because that's the one I've been re-watching on my own. Just just got past the Nazi alien storyline. Which, if you're talking about Star Trek in general, you need to specify, because there are multiple Nazi aliens. That happens more than once. Alright. Anyway, let's press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. With the Storyteller. People say that Season 4 of Enterprise is the best one, but I only partly agree. I actually really like the first 3 seasons. Season 4, the Vulcan Reformation arc is great. All the interactions with Shran are great. But I honestly think Enterprise started good. I think Enterprise started good. Oh, yes. Um, hang on. Let me. Should be set up? Okay. So, if you would like to do some voice chat, if you would like to join and talk about the episode, there's a Discord link in the description, and I remembered to actually join it this time. So if you want to join that, you can talk as well. Join the episode. It'll be great. Ah. So Siddiq El Tahil El Fadil Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed El Abdul Karim El Makti is really looking forward to this mission. I'm glad he's looking forward to it, because Chief O'Brien sure isn't. How do you pronounce Chief O'Brien's name? Is it Colm or is it Colm? How do you pronounce that? Colm meaning? I don't know. I need to look that up too. I right. I remember I looked it up before, and I don't remember how it was pronounced, but I remember it was pronounced in a way that I didn't expect. It sounds like column, column meaning. You might be right. Oh hey, it's another young matriarch. We had one of those in TNG. Except this time she's probably gonna make friends with Jake instead of Wesley Crusher. Well, we've got a little bit until the episode actually starts, so we've got that. We've got the title sequence. You know, I right, Nana Visitor, Nana Visitor. I've heard the same people pronounce it multiple different ways. I've heard Nana, and I heard Sadiq pronounce it Nana, which doesn't sound right, but I mean he was married to her, so he would know. Calm meaning pronunciation. All right, let's. I guess maybe it's Nana, which still sounds wrong. That doesn't sound like the correct way to pronounce it, but oh well. It's her name. She can pronounce it however she wants. If you hear my keyboard, that's I'm scrolling through some interviews of Colm Meaney, trying to trying to listen for someone pronouncing it, but that shouldn't be coming through the stream. At least not the videos. Oh, guest star Lawrence. That's gonna be my fellow Ryan. It's a very perceptive question, Colm. I don't think that's what Colm was thinking about. This is the start of the most important relationship on all of Star Trek. Siddiq and column. Julian Bashir and Miles O'Brien, the most important relationship, as we all know. As we find out later, O'Brien hated him when they met. People either love him or they hate him. And O'Brien hated him. But now he doesn't.
Thought of an idea for an edit. Just, well, what should I call you? Call me, and then have him rattle off his full name from that interview.
That might work. What should I call you? Siddiq Al Tahir Al Fadil Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed Al Abdul Karim Al Makti?
And just a shot of O'Brien looking stunned.
It might be a bit difficult on the lip sync, but I can try it. That might work. He looks familiar. Oh, he plays a temporal agent. Mr. Bajoran man there. That's right. I think he's in other stuff too. And I think the dying old man. The dying old man is that floating head that takes over Barclay's brain. Like, makes him super smart. Cytherians, that's what they're called. Okay, that seemed pretty clear. I mean, you're right, the treaty doesn't say anything about that. It's not banned in the treaty, so it seems like letter of the law, it's her land now. I might want to drop the issue as for the sake of not killing each other, but hey. She's a very different teenage matriarch from the TNG one, though. A very different kind of character. Oh, there's aliens that have Twi'lek Leku, apparently. But just the one? I don't know. He's right. Why don't they go play a Ferengi game? Aren't there rules in general against loitering on the promenade, not just sitting? They're allowed to stand, apparently. Well, Odo's bothered by people sitting there because it's technically against regulations, and regulations are all he cares about. Oh yeah, that man is definitely the Cytherian from Next Generation. Absolutely. Alright, I got a picture of him. He's this guy. It's the Cytherian. I guess Sadiq El Tahil El Fadil El Rahman Muhammad Ahmed El Abdul Karim El Makdi's Pa is not strong enough. Only Kalamini's Pa is strong enough to fight off the Dalrock. But this guy can sense Pa through hands. He's not grabbing Chief O'Brien's ear here. That's true, we do have to watch for this fish skeleton if we go back to the promenade. Okay, so he's caught a bad case of natural causes. He's just old. The village will be destroyed. Come on, give him a stimulant or something. You can make him fine for 2 days. Wait, Nog? Nog, why are you Why do you know where she lives, Nog? Why are you stalking that woman? Yeah, Bajor's sort of an odd planet. It seems like they're only spacefaring some of the time. Jake, why are you just walking in her room? Jake, she didn't invite you in. Jake, what are you doing?
Putting his feet on the furniture?
It's okay. It's physically impossible for them to go outside, so they're not going to track any dirt in. It should be fine. Granted, I wouldn't want them to step into quarks and then put their feet up.
Well, people who go into quarks tend to walk around the rest of the station.
Yeah, I suppose they could track things around out of there. Is the Bajoran Provisional Government aware of this energy creature that's trying to destroy a village every single year? Do they care? Or do the village just not communicate with anyone? I assume that the Syrah specifically asked for Starfleet because he had a vision or something, but you would think the Bajorans had some vested interest in this. It's the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. Really? The tricorder can't even pick up the wind? Because that's definitely happening. Unless they're hallucinating? Is everyone here hallucinating? Is that why the government isn't aware of this? Do I hate Block Pirate for copying me? No. I don't hate Block Pirate. As long as when I get to the same edits that he's already gone through, people aren't like, oh, you're copying this man, you're doing the same scenes. I'm doing every single scene. Oh, Shiraz not doing so hot. Oh man, that poor guest star, the Shiraz buddy. Every role he plays, he gets passed up for the captaincy or for the leadership position. It's always given to someone else.
Eternal second fiddle.
Yeah, poor guy. So, the Dalrock doesn't really exist, technically speaking, as we'll figure out later. If they don't do anything to protect the village, will they actually just be fine in the morning? Is everyone going to be okay? Or does everyone just fall over dead?
Alternate theory, a Ferengi freighter swoops by every harvest season, knocks them all out, puts them in a hollow suite, simulates all this, knocks them back out, then puts them back down on the planet.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Well, they're screwed. No more Syrah for them. And Miles will do great. He's a good guy. He can protect the village. Oh, hey, Morn. We got the teenage matriarch back. Wait, they're Bajorans too. Wait, does the provisional government not care about this either? Wait, who? Since when is Bajor composed of various nation states? I thought they were a unified planet. I mean, there's some competition for the religious power vacuum. There's a bit of unrest, but since when are there's nation states in this season? But then, why did the provisional government have the authority over the station? Did the provisional government control like 70% of the planet? They just have most of it and there's a few factions otherwise? She doesn't look busy. Oh, it's nothing. It's just I'm leading a bunch of my people to their deaths over a few scraps of land. I was gonna say, are you sure asking Season 1 ROM for help is the right way to go, Nog? No. No, it's not.
Well, when I have a problem, Nog, I just try to murder my brother. It works every time, except when it doesn't.
Hey, it's only failed one time. Well, 2 times. In one episode. He'll have plenty of other opportunities to give it a shot.
Then the rail breaks and he falls over.
You might want to be taking this more seriously, Julian. Your patient died. They're threatening the village. And your best friend to be is being coerced into staying in a village on a planet he doesn't even like. But I'm glad you're very amused by it, Sid.
Ah, they've cleaned out the local goodwill.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, there's the first time that Chief O'Brien has offered services on this show, but it won't be the last. He's gonna have to remind people he has a wife multiple times. Maybe not in this episode, but later on. He doesn't even know the story. Are I feel like someone should tell him the story. Maybe the guy who is definitely very happy with the situation as he closes the door menacingly. He'll probably tell it.
Could
That'll
tell
be
you a
okay.
story about a man named Brady.
Let me tell you the story of a man named Miles O'Malley, who went back home before he got what was coming to him.
This flyby fit for the intro for his name.
Maybe. Oh, this can't be an O'Brien Must Suffer episode. O'Brien's getting all kinds of gifts here. He's having a lovely time. He gets to hang out with Julian, his best friend. He's loving it. You know, Jake isn't wearing a rainbow sweater here, but it's kind of a rainbow jumpsuit. It needs some red, but it's close. And just as a reminder, Nog here is being played by a 24-year-old man. That is not a child actor. That is a grown man. Is he sure you're stealing some furniture from the security chief? Now the question is, how would you feel if someone covered your bed in oatmeal? Because I can't imagine Odo's going to be very happy about this. Speak of the devil. Does the matriarch get put in a holding cell? And would that constitute a diplomatic incident if they put the matriarch in a holding cell? Yeah, she's not part of the. I mean, that child's not part of anything. The the teenage matriarch isn't part of the world's provisional government. But it seems whatever she is part of, the Paku, they're still recognized by the Federation. And that crowd is pretty representative of the fan base. We're all just fawning to see Chief Miles O'Brien doing literally anything. He's the most important character in all of Star Trek. Oh, he looks friendly. Yeah, there. I think were supposed to be a lot of reasons why Bajor normally wouldn't be admitted to the Federation, but they really want Bajor in because of its strategic value. It's like season 1 of TNG that we've been watching. The rules don't apply if the planet has something that you want. Bring in anyone. Nope. The good doctor's putting on a performance here, because as we know, he's genetically enhanced. He's plenty strong to wrestle this guy off. But he needs to put on a good show.
And problem solved.
Yeah, it turns out all you have to do is just talk. You don't have to pull out the knife, you can just talk to the guy. I think it's still unclear what exactly is an orb. Because in the pilot episode, it it like acted as a ship for Jadzia. Other times they seem like they're pure energy. But this apparently is a physical orb because they have a fragment of it. It's good exposition in this scene. What was that smile from O'Brien? Looks like he's plotting something.
I'll say something for him, smiles O'Brien.
I guess it's only for one night, Chief. Just have to hold off the Dalrock for one night. Then you can forget this village exists and go home. They'll be fine for another year. Jake's not a nice boy. Jake's a 24-year-old man. He's no boy. You know, speaking of Chief O'Brien, and with the Lower Deck series that's currently airing, I don't believe for a second that Chief O'Brien ever takes buffer time. Chief O'Brien gives completely accurate estimates, he gets the job done and moves right on to the next one. Chief O'Brien does not believe in buffer time. As Cisco will go on to exemplify throughout the series. Basically, anytime anyone asks him for permission to do anything they want, he just says yes to them. Might take a minute to convince him, but he'll go along with it. Well, except for that one time that Worf commits premeditated murder, and Cisco wasn't too happy with that one. But that's Worf, he gets denied all the time, he doesn't count. Anytime Kira or Dax, either Dax, O'Brien, Julian, anytime they come for something, he'll say yes. I'm seeing your messages, Mike. I don't know what you're seeing on your screen, but you should be able to see them on the video. Even if they're not showing up in the actual chat. I mean, O'Brien could have... He's had a whole day. He didn't... He could have memorized some kind of story. He's just making it up on the spot. Wait, does O'Brien even have the orb fragment? Is he wearing that? Because that was supposed to be an important part of this. He is wearing it? Okay. Oh, O'Brien's trying so hard, bless him. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it now. Alright, it's working. Give him the cape. Lawrence Ryan needs the cape now. No, his name isn't Lawrence Ryan. The actor's first name is Lawrence, the character's last name is Ryan. How can he possibly challenge the Doll Rock without the cape? All he has is the orb fragment. So that lady from earlier, does she need to get her child re-blessed? Does it not count? Because O'Brien wasn't the true Syrah? She needs to have the other guy get him? Get the kid? Oh, it's the Leku people. No, I didn't see a fish anywhere. No fish skeleton on the promenade today. It must have been related to the Celebration Festival. Well, what do you mean, O'Brien? O'Brien's bad luck wouldn't rub off on the kid. The reason O'Brien is so unlucky is because when he blesses a child, he takes all of their bad luck onto himself. He's a true martyr. O'Brien is the best person to bless a child. Was there a fish? I missed it. Well, the episode's over, so I'm free to scroll back now. But I'll have a look for the fish. Well, that's that episode. It was good. I liked it. Still weird. No one seems to care too much about the fact that their new Syrah tried to murder someone with a knife, but I guess they're not going to tell them about that. That can be their little secret. I'm just scrolling back looking for the fish. Odo's leading him in a security office. I don't see it. No, I don't see the fish anywhere. Oh, though I realize I did forget to put the music credits in the description. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Behind O'Brien's head, 4420. Alright, once I put the music credits in, I'll go back and look for that. Let's see, copy from the TNG stream. Copy. Edit stream. And paste. Okay. Alright, 4420. I mean, there's something behind his head, but that looks like a different thing. Is that the same fish skeleton? It's right here. This thing. Is that the same fish? Well, now I'm gonna have to open up the last episode and find the fish again. Because I want to do a direct comparison. Let's see. People are saying it is, and they might be right. But I just want to check for myself. Let's see, open up battle lines. I don't know if it was even in battle lines. No, it wasn't there. Maybe... Oh, I think it's in the Nagus. The next episode is Progress. The next episode is Progress. Alright, I found the fish. Here's the fish. And here's the fish. Fish? Fish. So I guess it's the same one. I was just thinking it was a lot bigger, but I guess it is actually just, you know, a normal-ish... Well, I say normal size. It's not that big a fish. For a space fish. Seeing if I can get a shot of it, of its horn. No, it's just out of frame. No, it's not the one with the gnome. We are going to be watching the one with the gnome today. But it's not this next episode. Progress is the one with the obstinate old man who refused to leave home even though they're going to try and, like, terraform it or something. And it's all about Kira trying to learn from the old man trying to get him to leave. The guy who looks like Hannibal Lecter, but isn't. Get a good shot of him here. Yeah, see, it's just Hannibal Lecter. Or coming up on start time. Cue myself back to the start of the episode. The episode is episode 14, Progress. And just as a reminder, if anyone would like to join the voice chat, if anyone wants to come and talk about the episode, there's a link to Discord in the description. You can click on that, then join the voice channel, and you can just come talk about the episode. Alright, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Hello.
Hello, we've got more people here. Anthony Hopkins, that's the man's name. No more Cardassian food ever? I feel like they might be bringing Cardassian food back in a few years. Maybe just for a little bit. Oh, we're gonna get the No-J Consortium today. Forgot about the No-J Consortium. I mean, Nog, you can't expect Jake...
Stealing stem bolts, is it?
It might be stem bolts. You can't expect Jake to be too good at business. He doesn't have any lobes. Or the lobes he does have are tiny. Differential subsurface movement, that's good. Gotta keep that low.
That's a pretty low number for the entire thermal energy of a moon.
Wait, how are they gonna get the energy back to Bajor? Unless they're talking about a colony on the moon that needs to be heated.
No, they say the moon's going to be completely uninhabitable.
Yeah, that's why the guy has to leave. How are they gonna get that back? That doesn't seem efficient. That's gotta produce a lot of energy for that to be worth it.
For a few 100,000 Bajoran homes.
That doesn't sound worth it. Sounds like you could build some solar panels and fix that right up. Or
You could
install
probably
some
put more
insulation.
people on the moon than that.
You just insulate the houses, it'd be a lot cheaper. What are you doing, Dax? She didn't say energize. You're not allowed to hit the button unless they say energize. Them's the rules.
And Dax never talks to O'Brien about the protocols.
No. Okay. Is that the lady from Night Court? Who hangs out with Brent Spiner? Alright, we've got the title sequence. Let's see. Night Court, Brent Spiner. Brent, here it is. Is that lady? Is that the same person? That looks like the same person. I don't know. Well, presumably they're going to be very different characters, because this one ran a worm farm that ended in a stampede. Presumably that's not going to happen here. They just have a normal farm. No, it doesn't count if they say engage. What are you talking about? That's not what they say in that room. It has to be energize. Oh, call him Meanie. It's Chief O'Brien. Did I miss Sedek El Fadil? I wasn't looking. Armin Shimmerman. I did miss Sedek El Fadil. Sorry, not Siddiq. 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 Yeah, I played the thing of Siddiq saying his name earlier. I can play that again when we have some free time, probably after this episode. You know, I think that might actually be the same actress as the lady from Night Court. That might be the same person. I was kind of joking when I said that, cause... But, yeah, no. But don't worry, I've been practicing his real name. Siddiq El-Tahil El-Fadil Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed El-Abdul-Karim El-Mahdi. I might not be able to say it as good as Siddiq El-Tahil, but I can get closer. Yeah, that guy really does look like Anthony Hopkins. It's not Anthony Hopkins, but he looks like Anthony Hopkins. It's like if Anthony Hopkins put on 30 pounds. Oh. I forget, does he have yamek sauce? I think he has yamek sauce. Oh yeah, it's yamek sauce. What does he have? Does he have self-sealing stem bolts? What does he got? Yes. Self-sealing stem
Stem
bolts.
bolts.
We got it. Watch along's over, that's all we needed.
Comes back like every season.
No, take the stem bolts. That's a good deal, Nog. What are you gonna do with yamek sauce? Yamek sauce is gonna go bad. How many people are you gonna find on Bajor that trade with the Cardassians, Nog? Take the stem bolts.
You'll save a fortune on stem bolt sealant.
Yeah, they probably should have got the yamek sauce before they made the deal. And I mean, it's Quark. He's not gonna give it to them for free, right? He would never do that. That would be inconsistent with his character, and we all know Star Trek is always perfectly consistent. Oh, they took the Ganges. That's a bad idea, Kira. Are you sure you want to take the Ganges? Yeah, get that thing out of there quick.
Somehow I can't imagine the Federation agreeing to a plan where an entire habitable world is destroyed for the sake of powering another one.
Hey, it's not their world. Nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. Say
They gotta
Dax is
make friends with the
complicit.
Bajorans. They want the wormhole. As we established in TNG Season 1, the Federation has no rules when another planet has something they want. In this case, it's a wormhole. Are you sure it's not Nana? Really? The fish is still there on the promenade in season 7? Oh, that's a lot of fish. I guess they don't want to let the prop go to waste.
The fish is actually a kit bash of other fish.
I mean, is it... I wouldn't expect it's actually made of bone.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Like, that'd just be weird.
I don't understand what they're going to do to this moon that destroys the entire habitable surface just to harness the geothermal energy.
Oh, hey, Morn. I guess they've got to be doing something to expose large sections of the mantle. Well, you probably can't dig all the way to the mantle. I don't know. They've certainly got to get closer to it, so they've got to dig down and release chemicals that... I have no idea. All right. Quark just gifted him the equivalent of 5 bars of latinum. Very generous of you, Quark. Seems legit. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Hey, he did he raid a Cardassian botanical laboratory? Yeah, that guy does look familiar, actually. The mute dude. I don't I don't know what other episode he does, but he does look familiar. Go on. Thank you for the moral lesson, Kira. Very important. I think this episode is the first really good one of Deep Space Nine. Like, the storyteller was fun, but it was pretty silly. It's easy to make fun of. This, I think, is the
The
actual.
Emissary is a pretty solid pilot.
It's good, but I think this episode is a lot stronger.
It does better making you actually characterize people.
Yeah. And of course, the second episode to be really good in all of Deep Space Nine is coming up next. If Wishes Were Horses, that'll be good. It's even better than Duet. Better than In the Pale Moonlight.
Ooh.
Oh, we got some stem bolts. Self-sealing stem bolts, excuse me.
That
Is it upgrade merchandise? Are you sure of that, Nog? Self-sealing stem bolts, Nog. There's a difference. Thank you, O'Brien. Hypothetically, what would you use a self-sealing stem bolt for? Because it's like, it doesn't look like it would be good to attach things horizontally. It looks like it would only be good to connect things that are supposed to stack on top of each other.
it looks like a kind of lock actuator.
Yeah, it's not. She left Malabak all alone?
She said one of the thermal surveyors was going to take her back.
Yeah. Well, I meant Kira left Molobok all alone. And he ain't taking no researcher's vessel back to Bajor. Oh, is that a Daedalus class in the background behind Kira? The weird ball in the front. And the spray can hull. I mean, you totally have the time. You're gonna have to deal with one winter. You can deal with one winter. Maybe you could ask your Federation friends. They'll do anything to maintain control of the wormhole. Ask them for some basic insulation to put on the houses.
Maybe they could have Mullabach take some of those tiles from his oven and cover the houses in those. Give him a new job.
Probably work better than whatever plan they're trying now.
Trying to beam heat energy from the moon. You know, there are like wireless power transfers in Star Trek, like when the Enterprise tries to stabilize that Romulan warp core with an energy beam.
And that went
But
well.
yeah,
It
I mean,
wasn't
they're
really their
extremely
fault, though.
dangerous. Imagine if someone flew through one, like in Bajor orbit or something.
Yeah, we saw what happens when someone flew through that Enterprise beam. That ship was destroyed instantly.
Didn't go so well. Killed both ships. One of the issues I have with episodes like this is that you know very quickly that the only way the plot can possibly end is with the stubborn old man dying or his home being destroyed or something. Something that forces their character's decision.
Not necessarily. It could be a moral lesson for Kira about not forcing the will of the government on the little man.
Hmm.
It could be her actually convincing the government to go with the phased energy retrieval plan.
I think that would definitely be the better way to go for an episode like this.
But nope, she's gonna burn it down. Sorry, spoilers. This is
Well, it's like
she's
that episode
certainly
where
gonna get that man out.
Data has to get those villagers out because the alien race is going to come kill them all, and he just shoots the aqueduct.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, I think it was
Shellyak,
probably for the best to get them out by force, because they were gonna all be murdered immediately.
Hmm. Yeah.
They didn't have a choice with the Shellyak. They totally have choices here.
Like not destroying an entire habitable moon.
It's okay though. Bajor has so much territory to work with. They control so many systems. They can afford one moon. Bajor isn't worried about gaining territories.
After all, they are one of the most powerful worlds in the quadrant, right?
Right inside Cardassian space, it'll go great. I mean, you're gonna need to get a survey, Jake.
Let's just hope the land isn't on that moon, or it's going to depreciate real quick.
Oh boy, that'd be fun. Do they even know how big a Tessipate is? Because I sure don't. Is it arable land? Is it like in a city? What's going on here? Oh, hey, it's Sadiq El Tahil El Fadil Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed El Abdul Karim El Makti. Julian Bashir, that's his name. It's hard to remember.
He says uniforms, but he's only ever seen one of each. That doesn't make it a uniform, it makes it an outfit.
Hey, he's also seen the Bajoran militia uniform. That's a total of 3 uniforms so far. 3 kinds of uniforms, at least.
For all he knows, they could just be costumes, and they're just messing with him.
I just noticed Kira doesn't have any pockets either. I knew Starfleet uniforms don't have pockets, but neither do Bajorans. You would think Kira would really appreciate a utility outfit.
I knew it, she was a Mason the whole time.
And now she's free from the Cardassians. She's a Freemason.
Perfect opportunity to say, make it so.
Yeah, TNG's still on the air. It'll still be on the air for the next 2 or 3 seasons of DS9. It'll still be going.
And then Voyager takes over in the last, 2-3 seasons?
Something like that.
Oh, she says she's not the Doctor, but she's waving around a sonic screwdriver.
You don't need to be a doctor with that. Just run it over someone's skin. Fixes them right up. This guy's house really reminds me of a hobbit hole. Big round door
You'd think
under a
everyone would
cliff.
have one of those little skin sealer things in their quarters or something, but
Excuse me, sir.
seems
That's
like
a
they always have
dermal regenerator.
that's right. Seems like the Doctor always has to bring it.
Skin Sealer is the brand name.
Oh, okay. Calipates, you say? Wow. Not tessipates, calipates.
But only enough to appear in one episode.
I don't think the tree is going to be very happy with Kira by the time the episode's over. Might be best it doesn't show up again. Especially with how similar the tree looks to Anthony Hopkins and Hannibal Lecter. Maybe leave the angry Hannibal Lecter alone.
That door actually goes up to open. It must have some piston on it.
Do you suppose there's someone on the filming crew standing behind the wall and holding it with a string or something,
Holding this big, heavy wooden door.
just to make sure it doesn't fall back and smack him. It doesn't look like someone's holding it though, because it's staying very still.
They're being paid a lot.
There's just a lot of friction on the hinges. No, it's not it's not at an angle. It's just weirdly shaped, so it looks like it is. He's got a point. She's not doing her job at all. She's basically moved in there.
It seems more like Kira's looking for an excuse to leave the service rather than actually motivated by helping this guy on his farm.
Oh, she doesn't like that notion at all. Yeah, like we established earlier, it's a good leader knows when to risk saying yes. And Cisco will always say yes to Kira. If she wants to live here for the next week, that's fine. Don't worry about it. As long as it's not wharf asking. Is that a threat, Cisco? Why is she living there? I guess she feels like she has to take care of him since his two helpers got
Because
arrested.
the script needs it to happen.
He also got shot.
Now that seems like a good reason to transfer him to a medical facility on Bajor. Maybe give him a nice sedative first. He won't notice a thing.
They can deal with him, his raging temper about his farm being destroyed afterwards.
It's gonna happen either way. Kira bonded to this guy real quick. I don't know, it seems like he could use another bedtime story. About the 7 tessipates of land he doesn't want. 7 tessipates of dirt, Nog. That's a lot of dirt, maybe.
Or you could start a caterpard farm.
Oh man, that's too bad for the guy that sold the land to them. He could have made a really good deal if he held off for another day. Oh, hey, Morin. Jake, you're not being sneaky, Jake. That's not even vaguely stealthy. You're just drawing more attention to yourself sneaking around like that.
And shouldn't Odo be able to see just as well out the back of his head as the front, considering that they're not
Yeah.
actually eyes? That's a good point. Why is Bajor okay with taking an entire moon worth of land, but not this one partial owner?
Who knows? But also, doesn't that land already belong to Quark because he never actually gave the Yamik sauce to Nog, technically? It was Quark's Yamik sauce that they traded.
I think it hinges on Quark not knowing that.
And they better hope he doesn't find out, because, oh, he's gonna be. Actually, he'd probably be fine with it. Never let family stand in the way of profit. Yes, she is, Hannibal.
Honestly, tiling that oven seems like a job that could have been done in an afternoon, maybe. He's taken like a week to do it.
He spends
And
all
he's
his
still-
time being old and crotchety. He can't put tiles on that thing.
And he's still got a bunch of gaps in it.
Might just be decorative anyway. How did he build that house, though? I don't think he got help from the Bajoran Provisional Government for that. He's lived on this moon all by himself. It's a very poor choice of words. I
That
mean,
cottage made of Adobe. What are you gonna do?
this is certainly more dramatic than just shooting the house with her phaser, but oh boy, that caught real fast. Oh yeah, she's absolutely right to get that guy out of there. That is not safe.
He built his house with pitch.
How is that even burning? It's not wood. I noticed before she put her fire stick up to that bit by the door, there's a little like black line going down it to the roof. So they definitely put something on there. Maybe she was planning this since last night. She coated his house while he was sleeping. It looks like real fire too.
It's definitely not CGI.
She did it. She got the man out of there. I'm just gonna scroll back and look for. Oh yeah. So let me unblur the screen. So if you look right here where my cursor is, there's a bit of black stuff there that looks suspiciously like it might catch on fire in a second. Oh look, it caught on fire. What a surprise. Hey look, there's some more black stuff over here by the doorway. What's all that? Yeah, something tells me Kira was preparing for this the night before. She knew what had to be done. Alright, let's reset the timer. 5 minutes to the next episode, which is going to be If Wishes Were Horses. Which is, arguably the best episode of Season 1. Clearly the most important episode. Let's reset the title. If Wishes Were Horses. And put on the jazz. Alright. And I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Alright, and just as a reminder, if anyone would like to join the voice chat and talk about the episode, got a few people in already. There's a link to Discord in the description. If you click on that and go to the voice channel, you can you can join in. You can join the voice chat. Just oh man, that little preview that's playing right now. It's 3 minutes into the episode. This is going to be somewhat uncomfortable. But we're going to get through it.
I highly recommend joining the Discord. I tried it. My life has changed.
It's true.
Everything's different now. I'll never go back.
Notice he didn't say for the better.
Who can say?
If you join the Discord, you'll have a full head of hair. You'll have a good job. You'll have a wonderful family. It all works.
Wife will come back, your dog will come back, your truck will start working. It's a backwards country music song.
Perfect. Alright. Jazz just finished, just in time. So we're going to be pressing play on an If Wishes Were Horses in 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Right away, no, Odo cannot let things go. At any point ever. Do they have hawks on Benaria?
If they've got fish on Bajor.
Apparently. I mean, you're on a TV show, Odo. That's kind of what you're here for.
No, he can't break the fourth wall.
Oh, there's some foreshadowing. Intermingling with another changeling? That'll be a thing. Oh, hey, Morn. We got mention of Buck Bokai in the last episode.
The writers really
No,
liked baseball.
Now, I don't know anything about baseball, so I'm gonna have to ask other people for this. Quark listed 3 names. Was that the thing where he lists 2 real players and then Buck Bokai the fake one? Was that trope of 2 fake, 1 real? Or
May have been
2
one
real,
real.
1 fake? Why do you have to replace it? I mean, they're just programs, right? They're not dedicated. Oh, here's the uncomfortable scene with Sadiq El Tahir El Fadil Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed El Abdul Karim El Makti. Sid really needs to chill here.
Jesse is very observant.
I get the feeling that Bashir isn't very subtle. He's certainly not subtle with Jadzia. Okay. Moving right along to ops, please.
High-pitched being.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Try not... I guess by it's a high frequency sonic shower because it's sonic. It makes sound, preferably not audible sound, because that would be terrible.
Yeah.
It just screams the dirt off of you.
Basically, you joke, but that's literally what it does. Yes.
You know, there's that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, the first season, where they get to that ship where everything's frozen, but all the people were dying of heat exhaustion or something like that.
And they
there's
went to the
one,
showers.
yeah, there's the one in the shower. How does a sonic shower cool you down?
Maybe it's an old starship that still uses water showers like the NX-01.
That's a lot of replicator energy.
Oh, hey, Hannah. Oh, now O'Brien knows how to tell stories. He didn't know how to tell stories 2 episodes ago.
Convenient ignorance for the sake of getting himself out of that situation.
Oh man, this is going to be traumatizing for Molly in a few seconds. This is going to haunt her dreams.
I'm not tired. It's 2 in the afternoon. I want the set director in here now.
She seems surprisingly not distraught by the fact that a leprechaun just showed up in her room. She seems pretty okay with this.
Da da da.
Perfect. This is very Star Trek. Oh, we got the title sequence again.
I should have got the Traveler if we got the whole, your thoughts are reality.
So would that be a lowercase q?
Huh?
No, we already had
What?
a Thoughts Are Your Reality episode 2 episodes ago. Because the Orb did it.
Oh yeah, that'll come up. In fact, we've already seen at least one episode in TNG, and we're going to see at least one more where that happens. At least one.
And then there's that Vulcan weapon they use in TNG.
Yep.
Gives
Feeds
your
on
oceans
hate.
energy.
That's a tool of the dark side, I believe you could say. It only works if people are angry enough to use it. Yeah, they really like their thoughts or reality stories. They do that quite a bit.
Isn't there that episode with Riker and the little kid who has control of a
Yep, future imperfect.
really advanced holographic projectors?
With
They can't
Ambassador
control him.
Tomalak.
Yeah. Be quiet, as in shut your mouth and stop talking. He says to Picard, right?
Yeah, there's a really good blooper of that scene that I want to do. With Worf. Probably shouldn't go into detail about it, but that'll show up at some point. All right, we're back. Yep, call security, Miles. What you looking for, Rumple? Oh, okay. You're looking for straw. So, spoilers for the episode. As we find out later, this is just an alien energy being pretending to be Rumpelstiltskin. Why Rumpelstiltskin, though? What is the energy being really enjoying this role playing he's doing?
I think it just lends itself to how can I hide my identity as much as possible and confuse them.
He's certainly confusing people, that's for sure.
I love that little shrug. Just, huh?
It's like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm a hologram.
Why shouldn't I follow him? What do you mean?
And it's getting worse.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh no.
Rick Berman, was this you? Did you make Terry Farrell do this?
Be better if it was just Odo. Julian, are you dreaming about me?
Is this one of the symptoms of Larosian virus? I mean, I guess that's not a bad way for a virus to spread. Nope, Sid, keep fighting this, please. Just call security or something. She broke into your quarters.
Saved by the bell.
I have no comments on this. I've got nothing. I think this speaks for itself.
You gotta love how Bashir's imagination of Jadzia is just this complete simpleton.
Oh yeah, Jadzia's gonna be real happy about that in a few minutes.
Technically, everybody to him is something of a simpleton.
That's true. He's genetically enhanced. Sid looks thoroughly unimpressed by the entire situation. These
They
aliens,
need
their
to find
entire point.
Moriarty and bring him in.
Yeah.
Consult.
All these people, all these aliens, their entire purpose of being here is to try and understand humans. But it seems like they know just about everything about humans. They're emulating people pretty accurately. I mean, not Jadzia, of course, but Backbay and Rumpelstiltskin. Seems like they already know plenty. I think their motive is just they like screwing with people.
Hmm.
Do you maybe want to tell them about the... Do you want to be more specific? You have more information for him, Cisco. It would be quite relevant here. I mean, they couldn't grab Rumple. Do you think they could stun him? Or
No, they couldn't grab him, remember?
could they stun the emu? Sorry, the Gunji Jackdaw or whatever they said it was, not an emu.
It's got a horn on it. It can't be an emu.
It's a great and terrible warrior. It defeated the entire nation of Australia.
Much like the Tribbles.
Just an emu, he says. Tell that to the Prime Minister.
Do emus have horns? I didn't think so. Oh, hey, Morn.
It's like that original series dog that they just strapped the horn
Yep.
onto.
Also the Voyager dog that they didn't strap anything to. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. It was supposed to be an alien, but it was clearly just a dog. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. Unblur the screen. Look at this thing. This is supposed to be an alien creature. They didn't even strap a horn to it. It's just a dog. What is the point?
Find the ugliest dog you can, and then we'll use that as our prop.
I was gonna say, well, they tried, but no, they didn't.
You have to wonder why Quark is always imagining human and women instead of, Ferengi.
You also have to wonder, how are the aliens affecting the Dabo game? Because those are just alien imposters, the two women, and Rumpelstiltskin and Backbay. They're just energy beings taking the form of other people to mess with them. How are they messing with Dabo?
Or the snow, for that matter.
Or the snow? No, Quark, you're free to shut the bar. You can just close for the day if
Right?
you're losing money.
You're just saying random words now.
That's what they always do.
They need to invert the neutrino inhibitors to increase the polaron flux density. That'll solve everything.
I didn't know you were an expert.
I studied technobabble in college.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Majored in warp theory.
exactly. I minored in tachyon field disturbances. Yeah, I mean, I think Tex is perfectly justified in being offended by this. Again, this is just an alien. He really wants... That alien really wants Dax to be upset with Julian.
Put this behind us.
Whenever they say something like this happened in the 23rd century, I always have to wonder, are they referencing a TOS episode? Did this happen in TOS?
That's what I was just thinking, but I think in this case, the whole sector exploding, maybe not.
I get the feeling that probe's going to explode in a second. Are we expecting Locust Rumpelt? Other than the Dominion?
But I am afraid you'll steal my daughter.
I need to find out who is playing Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin DS9 actor. No, it's no one I recognize. Michael John Anderson. Doesn't ring a bell at all. Oh, the probe didn't explode. Okay. The opticals, that's just a camera, Avery. Don't have to be dramatic about it.
There seemed to be a dramatic lack of cameras in Star Trek. There's this episode of TNG I watched the other day where somebody said, "Hey, take a tricorder image of that panel," but it's just a picture.
Yeah. On Voyager, the Doctor doesn't have a camera. He has a holographic scanner.
A hollow imager.
Hollow imager, that's what it's called, yeah. Yep, those are baseball terms that I'm sure mean things, yes.
There must be a really complex algorithm that takes baseball stats and turns them into the actual players.
Make sure they have perfect memory of every game they ever did, you know.
I assume it scans TV and radio broadcasts and works with those. Maybe checks interviews from the players. Or it's
Just how
space
much
magic.
data storage this place has. Enough data storage for how many people do they hold in their buffer? In that episode where there's a
5?
transporter accident? It's like 5, right?
Well, let's see. There's Dax. There's Worf,
Cisco.
Cisco,
Kira.
Kira O'Brien. So yeah, I think 5.
Well, that indicates that most of the memory storage in the station is stored in the holodeck.
Don't worry about it. It's space magic.
So what if they had imagined someone who couldn't speak English?
Universal Translator works on figments of the
Okay, right.
imagination too. I like how Deep Space Nine just has normal office chairs where TNG has these like beige recliner things that everyone always has with them.
Well, that Enterprise is a luxury liner by comparison.
Yeah. Cardassians are all about efficiency, I guess. Those look like some good chairs.
I'm surprised they don't have folding wooden chairs.
You're gonna lose Bajor anyway. Yeah, see? I'm just waiting for another lingering shot of those office chairs. No, they cut away. Why would they do that? God, the subtitles on Amazon just said squawking like a full 2 seconds before the emu showed up. So I was pretty confused there for a second. It's like, what?
We needed to play the Spaceballs panic theme.
Are you sure Lower Pylon is gone? I could clearly see Lower Pylon 1 past the fire CGI effect there.
Your pylon's back.
You could say they constructed some additional ones.
Require more Vespine gas.
Wait, so the emus don't disappear when you try to touch them? The emus are content to be herded?
I wonder if the emus are the actual aliens.
The emus see everything. People feel
maybe
free to
they're-
talk around the emus. Oh, it's the Lesepian captain from last episode. Wait, does the emus turn into the women?
Apparently.
Or... Yeah, I think those are just the emus. Sorry, Gunji jackdaws, not emus.
Fertile? What a word to use.
Yeah, let's not dwell on that.
Should have just taken Odo's makeup off and see if anybody noticed.
You wonder how those aliens can read a changeling's imagination just as well as any other humanoid.
Magic.
No, see, they didn't. They read Quark's imagination. He secretly wants to be with Odo.
Aww.
He wants to be in Odo's holding cells to be closer to him. Can't do homework with that glove on, Jake. Do we really still need the crowd sounds in the background? Can we fade those out?
And this is really a
Okay.
dead giveaway that Mr. Bokai understands the nature of what's happening to him, that he's not a baseball player.
Well, their little meeting gave that away.
You want to launch those torpedoes, Avery? Okay, 6-7 minutes. Still just a camera, Dex. You don't have to call it visual scanners. Yes, we understand. Everyone is very concerned. Move it along. Yes, we've seen this before. 5 times already. We've already had a dramatic shot of Cisco. There we go. Fade out. Might have been a little excessive there on the reactions.
Nah, they gotta pump up that drama.
Maybe
Gotta
maybe
meet
we
that
could do a
commercial
group shot,
breakdown.
get them all together.
Mira, take a look at this. It's rather fascinating.
You still have the lights on. How's that all available power?
Right. They're not freezing to death. They're still able to breathe.
I mean, I would hope the life support lasts longer than a few seconds.
Huh.
Still got gravity working.
So you guys think this is gonna work? It's probably gonna work, right?
I'm
Of the
worried that the
episode right
station
here?
and Bajor will be destroyed.
Oh, yeah, that might happen.
Depends. Do they imagine it working?
If this is the same phenomenon, did these aliens just murder that Vulcan ship before?
No, they imagined this phenomenon.
But the the phenomenon is still created by the aliens. Did the aliens create the phenomenon the last time? Did they go and mess with the Vulcan crew?
Uh,
Are the
guess not.
aliens able to control which imaginations manifest? Because if so, yes, they did murder the Vulcans.
Good timing on the episode here. Stations started shaking right as I got a little mini earthquake where I am. So that's good. Very immersive, CBS, thank you. Can, can you
Just that.
treat a hand wound from a figment of your imagination?
I guess you can if you're a doctor and you can imagine exactly how to fix it.
Yeah, that'll work. Is that a hot glue gun? What is that you're holding, Julian?
Better get the symbiont out quick.
Is there
Oh,
is there an imaginary symbiont there?
I don't know, but there better be another imaginary Trill somewhere on board.
I don't remember anything in the Rumpelstiltskin story dealing with spatial anomalies.
You don't remember that part of the story?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know if I've ever actually read it. I've just heard of it by proxy. Was there a part about spatial anomalies?
I'm sure there was. There's got to be.
In the
Okay.
real story, it's a temporal rift, so a bit different, but they took some artistic liberties.
Okay, I understand. Now, would the alien actually take Molly with him? If Miles agreed to that, what would happen?
I think a divorce would happen pretty quickly.
I mean, yeah, but we definitely already had a TOS episode that was with this same premise. You have to believe that the threat doesn't exist for it not to exist. I know the bullets are unreal, therefore they cannot harm me.
Benjamin Sisko, Lord of Time and Space.
He is half prophet. So he will literally be Lord of Time and Space in about 7 years. 6.5 years.
You wonder after this how Ezri ever decided to be with him.
Well, Julian gets a lot better.
Just the facts, Dex. He could have just done a site-to-site transport, right?
They never transport. It's just part of Star Trek. For
I don't
some
know if
reason.
I've ever seen them do site to site in DS9. I can't remember that.
I feel like they do, but I can't remember any specific instance of it. But I can look it up. It's not like anything's happening in the show for the next 30 seconds. Apparently they do site-to-site transport in the Pale Moonlight. So they don't have Vrianak walking through the corridor.
It's a fake.
Do they even have turbo lifts in the station? Because it's a lot bigger than the Enterprise, and they have to walk a lot further to get place to place.
They don't have... Not exactly. They have elevators. They call them turbo lifts.
There's because they can
Yeah.
get up and down in the pylons, but I've never seen, the turbo lifts in the Enterprise brings them anywhere, not just up and down, right?
Yeah. I think the ones on DS9, the ones in Ops, I think they just go up and down.
Ones on the Enterprise are basically Wonkavators.
Like
And then
Willy
the ones on
Wonka.
the Discovery I don't know what's going on with the ones in Discovery. Look, I
You wonder
like
how it gets from that outer ring to the intersection.
I like Discovery as a show. I enjoy the show. But the turbo lifts in Discovery are a really terrible interpretation of turbo lifts. They don't make any sense. There's this massive chasm of a rail system inside the ship.
Because, there's plenty of free space in those ships.
Good show, but they really need to work out the turbo lifts again. Those need redone. Okay, well that's the last episode for today. And again, what I would consider the first really good episode of DS9 Progress. If Wishes Were Horses was fun, but I mean, I don't think it's ever going to make sense. Probably best not to think about it too much.
I don't know. It really... It's up there with Duet for me.
If Wishes Were Horses?
Yep, that's right. It might even be The Inner Light.
Oh, that's, I don't know about that.
I would call this one The Inner Light with hookers.
Mm-hmm. And emus. Don't forget the emus.
Emus that transform into hookers.
Yeah.
If they had added hooker emus to The Inner Light, it probably would have improved it quite a bit. The ultimate failing of that episode.
Would have won an Emmy.
So was this episode, maybe it was better than The Inner Light, but was it better than Justice from TNG? The episode with Wesley's punishment zones.
Well, that episode was terrible because Wesley didn't get punished.
That's true.
That's not the episode where they tell him to shut up either. Which is probably the best episode.
So, speaking of Wesley, next Saturday, we're going to have Wesley Palooza, because the 3 episodes for next week TNG are all Wesley episodes.
Oh no.
It's going to be great. When the bow breaks, when Wesley and several children are kidnapped, and Wesley has to be sort of the big
leader.
brother and fix everything, yeah. Home Soil, where Wesley accidentally creates sentient life that then tries to destroy the Enterprise.
His little nanobots.
Yep. And Coming of Age, where Wesley takes an entrance exam that's just evil.
Great. Looking forward to that one.
It's all Wesley next week. Oh, it's gonna be great. Tragically, those are the last 3 episodes of Wesley for Season 1. Or I was just gonna do all of the Wesley episodes together.
Hopefully you're gonna name the stream Wesley.
Oh, I
or
am.
something like that.
It's gonna be called Wesley Palooza.
Excellent.
I'm gonna
No
make a
alliteration
graphic
there, but
for it and everything.
Beautiful.
Alright. Well,
Well, how the West was Season 1.
alright, well that's enough for today. I guess that's all I've got to say about that. Wesley Palooza next week, and we'll see you guys then.
All right.
May God have mercy on us all.